basically what's happened with social media when you're socializing information technology is that basically you just extend what we have already been doing for very, very long time. You know apes, when they build relations, it's grooming activity. They are polishing and cleaning each other. So in this process, socializing process, is actually grammar. So if you and I, if we like each other, we are going to polish each other a lot. And the less, the less. Okay? Imagine that I like you, but you don't like me. So of course I want to polish you, but you don't want to polish me. So, but you two want to polish each other. So you start polishing each other. I get jealous. And I begin to think, how can I get her to polish me? So, and I know that you are interested in him. But you are more interested in him, but still you're quite interested in him. And you have nothing against me. So, of course I start polishing you. So you get jealous. You bet me what is happening. So, I can be, so as an ape, I can be quite strategic about my polishing. Now, this is the same. If you take Facebook and all this linking going on, who links to who is friend with who is not friend with whom, this is a kind of polishing going on where we build relationship. The huge difference, the mega difference, I mean the basic process is the same, but the mega difference is that here we can create a group of 15 individuals, like 50 around, not more. Why? Why can't we build groups when we polish with more than 50 individuals? Because it takes time to physically sit and polish each other. However, if we are on Facebook, the extension of relationship is enormous. I mean, the extension is already great with speech. You can say like, oh, you look good. I don't need to sit and polish you. So the extension is even greater here. So what this means is that with this information technology, our capacity to build extended relationship is basically advanced, which is critical for the spread of information. Because it's the group, the community, which defines the border of information flow. This is go away. So, what is the consequence? What are the consequences for mainstream media? The more they see during the last 2 years, everything has happened during the last 2 years, at least when it comes to Swedish mainstream media. The tendency has been, you have seen Facebook go up, you've seen that people are gathering on the internet because everyone is not a blogger, opinionated, who needs to express himself all the time. Most of us are just socializing. So, but when this process gets real, when Facebook is spreading and all other social media, the connection between bloggers, Facebook, it's connected on the internet. And the mainstream media is realizing that now we are losing the grip because readers, listeners, viewers are amassing on another scene. So we are losing ground when it comes to public opinion work. So I will not go through the details, but this is one example of what has happened. This is a website called News Mill, Factory of News. On this website, this is a guy who is a quite established, famous journalist in Sweden. He's worked for newspapers and the television, still does. He has started something called the Blog of Politicians. Sounds like a blog, but it's really some kind of mixture between if you make debate opinions into news, that's his product. So he's constantly producing articles about the opinions of different groups, different parties, not only political parties, but organizations, interest groups. Actually, the site he's writing on this site, telling that there is an old famous editor who has been retired, and he's writing on a competitive site to his own site, telling that he is going to take his place. So things are getting very interconnected also when it comes to the political opinion-making process. And on this particular site, you are invited as an ordinary citizen to become a blogger, and so that you connect the blogging activity on the site with the actual more editorial opinion pieces that are put out as a main feature. So it is an intimate connection between everyday bloggers and mainstream media journalists. It's a tighter connection. This is, if you look at the research going on among journalists, you can also see the changes in public opinion. Their own opinion about their work. They are getting more and more fond of having these interactions with the ordinary public. So they are changing the values too about how should information pass. They are getting more liberal when it comes to who should I use as a source. I will speed it very much up. Okay. So let's say I must get a feeling for how to round it up. Okay. Even the researchers are now beginning to change their perspective on what is actually political opinion work. The former view, the former perspective is that these are criteria that's traditionally been used to define who is an opinion leader. It's someone who has written and called any politician at state, attended a political rally, worked for a political party, been an active member of any group. When you read this list, you get a feeling for, oh, this is an ordinary member of a political party. That's an opinion leader. And it sounds very weird today. Today, we are instead seeing a lot more research where we define opinion leadership in terms of this kind of socializing activity. So the number of posts, the number of links, the number of comments, which is actually the measures used by many companies to define who is influential or not. The only problem with that is that it easily gets down to marketing, advertising. So any celebrity becomes an opinion leader, which is, I think one should be a little bit skeptic about that, considering what I said in the beginning, that you need opposing forces to actually change something. Marketing has nothing to do with opposition. They are afraid of conflicts, marketers. They want things to be nice.